In reality, Ramadan, the importance of Ramadan, the importance of this month is not due to the fast that we keep. Listen to this carefully for what I'm saying. It's not due to the fast that we keep that this month is great. The fast is not the objective of this month. This month, its objective is not to keep the fast. It's not Taraweeh prayer. It's not Quran recitation. It's nothing. None of these. Rather, what is the objective of this month? The objective and purpose of this month is something else. This month, think about it. That if you keep the fast in all the months, and you pray Taraweeh, so if you keep the fast throughout this month and pray Taraweeh, do the practical actions, but the purpose that Allah has given us this month for, and we don't attain that, then we will have wasted this month. Remember this point. Then all of our Ramadan will be wasted. Rather, Allah Ta'ala says it's a waste of time that what you are doing. It's a waste of time. I didn't have a need for your fast. What do I need from keeping you hungry or thirsty? Wake up, don't eat, do this, don't go to your wife, regulations. Allah said, do I want to punish you? By giving these restrictions, Allah says, I don't want to give you a punishment, do I? It's not a punishment, all these hurdles that we have Iman and Allah has given us punishment through fasting. No, there's a purpose behind all of this. There's a reason that we are doing all of this in Ramadan. And if that reason, if we don't attain it and we keep all the fasts and we pray Taraweeh and we don't attain the objective, then it's 0.0 we have achieved at the end of the month. Listen carefully to what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Don't go on this, I kept this many fasts, I recited Quran, finished this many Quran. No. Listen to the verse. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykum. Kutiba alaykum as-siyamu kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum. Then Allah says, the purpose of this month is so great. It's so great that all in the universe, the people are created for everyone. This purpose, this objective are created everyone to achieve this objective. Everybody. Allah said, I created you for this reason, so you can attain this objective for which I've given you this month of fasting. There's a reason. Allah said, not to keep fast, not to stay hungry. What's the purpose? Allah said, the fasting that I'm telling you to keep, and the fast that you are keeping, the purpose is لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you can be saved from sinning. That's the purpose of this month. Do you understand now the reason? Allah says the fast, I'm only telling you to keep the fast for the purpose. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ is the purpose. Allah says in the end of this verse that since I made the universe, I made human beings, every ummah, every nation of human beings, I made them do this action. That every man, every woman has to be saved from sins, stay away from sins. Say Subhanallah. Subhanallah. If you are not staying away from sins, if you're not shunning the sins, then you are not listening. If a person fasts, does all the actions, morning and even after fasting, he does sin, rather he does got wrong actions, then apart from hunger and thirst, he has not achieved anything. From morning until evening, he's not achieved anything, he's just hungry. So in the whole month of fasting, the 30 days, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, if we don't implement this, if we don't stay away from sinning, and we are the same at the end of Ramadan, all actions, lying, backbiting, everything. Look, there's a question. The human being, when he backbites, then what a big sin it is to backbite. And he's kept the fast, and he's backbiting. Then, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, rahmatullah alayhi, the other Aima, the other three Mujtahidun have not said this, but Ahmad bin Hanbal, in his opinion, he's a great Imam. And we have to accept what he says. In his opinion, he says that he who backbites, he breaks the fast. Allahu Akbar. And the other, Maliki, Hanafi, and Shafi don't say it's broken. They say it's makruh, undesirable. Even makruh is a bad thing. But Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal says the fast is broken. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, his fiqh, his jurisprudence, many people follow his jurisprudence, and he gives this verdict. So I have to ask the question, if I backbite, is my fast broken? How many people whilst they're fasting, they're backbiting? How much will be lying? So our situation is the same as before. So it's not just the change of time of eating at different times that makes the fast. Remember this, that I've changed the timing. I'm eating early in the morning, then later in the day I eat, and it's a fast. If I don't eat in the morning, I eat 1 or 2 hours earlier. And in the evening there's a break and we're eating a bit later. And we're getting used to that during Ramadan, and it's becoming a habit for us in Ramadan. It'll become a habit during this month. Yes, 30 days you won't feel like eating, because you got used to it. You'll only get hungry at that time when you got up early in the morning. No, the reason Allah gave us Ramadan, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us through this month, via this month, the purpose of our life, and this action is the whole life long that we need to do, is to be leaving the sins, staying away from the sins, running away from the sins. It's not just for Ramadan, our whole life we have to do this. So Allah Ta'ala gave us His generosity, His mercy, that 1 month He selected that these people, my believers, in this month, they will practice leaving the sins, saving themselves from the sins, so that the rest of their life they can live in this lifestyle. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is the concept of Ramadan, the philosophy of Ramadan that Allah Ta'ala has given to us, is this. As soon as we see Ramadan, we say, Ramadan, keep the fast, do this, do that, prayer, worship. Think about contemplating, what are you doing? What is the task Allah has given to us? What's the mission? Allah says, I'm giving you this month of fasting that all year long, you couldn't save yourself from sinning. There are 2 types of sins. Listen. One is the batin, the inner state, the soul, and one is dahir, externally, slapping someone, murdering someone, stealing, dhulam, oppression. These are external sins. One is internal, batini sins, lying, backbiting, envy, gossip mongering, hatred against people, malice, jealousy. These are big sins. Remember this. These are big sins. And none of us will be forgiven if we have these sins within us inside. Never will the human being be forgiven if he has these sins inside him. Big people who think they are muttaqi, fearful of Allah, and mashallah, Hadhrat Sahib, Sheikh Sahib, Peer Sahib, but they will go towards hell. Why? Because they did not improve their inner state. Their batin sins are such. The inner sins are sins that apart from Allah, nobody else can see them. And apparent sins, we say, well, we don't drink alcohol, or someone's going to see me. Or if I beat someone up, or what will people say? We are not afraid of Allah, we're afraid of the dunya. What will people say if I do this wrong? But the inner sins, I don't have fear of my inner sins, nobody's going to see me. Who will know what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, or what dirty thoughts I've got? Nobody knows about them. Internally, because they're inside of me. Anger's inside of me, and arguments, disputes, quarrels, all's inside me. On top we say, MashaAllah, he's a good brother. Allah is watching. That's what, when we go to the hereafter, when we'll be scanned on the day of judgment, Allah will make those sins apparent that were hidden inside us. So now, what is the sequence here? Beautiful sequence Allah has given it. Allah starts with what? The first 10 days, the first third is Rahmah, Allah's mercy. What is Allah's mercy? Allah's mercy is this, that you're sat here right now. That's Allah's mercy. We're reciting Durood Sharif. Have you ever seen in the masjid such a gathering? After a short while you'll see Maghrib, the masjid will be full. This is Allah's mercy. He's bringing us to His home. Allah says, whichever individual, 4 rakah, doesn't pray Isha before Ramadan, he used to make excuses at home, I got to do this, I'm busy. He didn't come. Even if he lived close to the masjid, he wouldn't come. But now what's happened, you see in this month, that not 4, he comes to the front row to pray 20 rakah after Isha. What's this? This is Allah's mercy. Allah's mercy. What does Allah Ta'ala do? Is that in the beginning of Ramadan, how we started this month, that the person all year long is sinning, making mistakes, errors, he's slow, negligent, he's a waster. So how does Allah bring him to the 20 rakah on top? Bonus. How will Allah make him leave food? How will Allah bring him to deen, that pray fajr? How will Allah bring that person to deen, that all good actions, recite Quran? It's very hard for that person before Ramadan. So what did Allah do? Allah started Ramadan with His mercy. Subhanallah. Do you understand what I'm saying? What is Allah's rahmah, mercy? Listen, what is Allah's mercy? Rahmah is this, that Allah Ta'ala pushes us and brings us towards His deen. Allah pushes us with a jolt. That this person, Allah Ta'ala is muqallib al-quloob. Allah knows everyone's hearts. Allah says, I can make everyone Muslim, all the kuffar in the world, Yahud, Nasara, everyone's a disbeliever. Within a minute, they can become Muslims. If Allah Ta'ala wants to say kun, everyone be, and it will become. There's nothing big for Allah. It's just for a test. Allah has given us this world and the church. We can't say Allah can't do it and they're all disbelievers, they're worshipping idols, there's one nation here, one nation there. Allah Ta'ala says that test for the human beings. So Allah once in a second He can make everyone a believer. It's not hard for Allah. So Allah says, I have full power, full will. So what does Allah Ta'ala do? Then is that those people who are not believers, the ashqiya, those who are weak, they are down like me, are weak, do not practice deen, don't do good actions. Allah gives them His mercy. Allah Ta'ala says that their hearts, I turn their hearts, I tilt their hearts, I flip their hearts, and I inject a desire into their hearts and a passion. So that as soon as the moon of Ramadan is sighted in their heart, Allah gives them a desire and the love for salah comes into their heart. Allah gives them determination, passion, and Allah gives them encouragement. Just a jolt, like, electricity jolt. Otherwise a person only weak, how can he come to the masjid who doesn't pray, he doesn't prostrate, and he comes to the front row and prays the full Salah Isha and prays all Taraweeh complete, then goes home. Then he wakes up in the morning for Fajr as well. What is this? This is Allah's mercy that's inviting us. Whoever has done this in these 10 days, that the target Allah has given to us of Ramadan, not fasting, fasting isn't the target Allah has assisted us, the fast help us to achieve the end point, that we should achieve the target Allah has given to us. What's that target? لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you can shun and discard the sins and run away from the sins. That's the purpose. Not this, that you become wali Allah, awli Allah, you'll become pious, you'll be forgiven, noor. No point like this as Allah said or mentioned. Allah says, the best human being in my eyes, Allah Ta'ala says, is that person who leaves the sins and saves himself from sinning. He is the best believer. He is called the muttaqi. Okay, here another point I'll share with you now. Allah Ta'ala hasn't said that don't do sins at all. Subhanallah. Allah hasn't said that to us. Why? Because the nature of sinning is instilled inside us. We're human beings. We are definitely going to do wrong because our nafs is with us. Our desires are with us. Shaitan is with us throughout our lives. So he'll make us sin. So Allah has said that sin, Allah hasn't said that 100% don't do this thing. Allah said keep on trying to save yourself from sinning. And if I tell you a small formula, very easily your Ramadan will pass. And the real Ramadan you will attain. If you follow this formula. Shall I tell you the formula? I heard this method from the pious predecessors. If you implement this, your Ramadan will become excellent. 3 actions you must control. 3 things we must control. 3 things we need to control them. Try to control them. If to make effort for that, Allah Ta'ala likes the effort that we make. Allah will give the reward based on the effort that we make. Even if it's a difficult action, you try. If you can't attain it, I want to pray tahajjud. I want to wake up. And you're feeling, and you make the niyyah, Allah will give the reward for the niyyah, for the intention. And this is called making effort, trying. So 3 things you need to make an effort, intention. I'm with you as well. We need to try 3 things. Inshallah, Allah Ta'ala will include us amongst those people that these poor souls, they tried as much as they could. They had the niyyah, intention. They made a mistake. Let's forgive them. Sa'in mashkura. Allah says, due to your efforts, I'm forgiving you. So, look here. The more a person commits a sin, shaitan and nafs make us do sins, then these 3 things of ours he uses. 3 things that he grabs us from. Number 1, our eyes. Our eyes. Number 2, more dangerous, our ears. Number 3, more dangerous. Allah says, and the Prophet took the tongue out. He grabbed his tongue and he pulled it out. He said, protect this. And he took his blessed tongue and he grabbed it. These 3 things, the eyes and ears and the tongue. The nafs, our desires and shaitan use these 3 things to make us do wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So we need to practice in Ramadan that these 3 things we need to put a padlock on them. Padlock. Seal them. The rest leave. All the other list of the sins, leave that for now. Just leave that, forget that for now. If these 3 things we control, that with our eyes we will not look at anything, we will not look at anything that Allah Ta'ala has prohibited. I won't do the action with my eyes that Allah Ta'ala has prohibited. And nafs will come to us, I have to live in the world if I don't wander around. How will I watch the news? How will I do this and look at that person? Whatever, you give the response to the nafs, doesn't matter, this is haram, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to watch this. Control your eyes first, your vision, your eyesight, what you're looking at. Practice this first. Number 2, ears. Ears, the hearing. This is a very dangerous organ, the ears. And it listens. And it doesn't just make you listen, it makes you listen and look. Both. Backbiting, you don't do it. Backbiting, you listen. It's the same as that person who's listening. Same punishment for that person who's doing it and listening to it. The order is, wherever there's a person where there's backbiting happening, get up and leave that gathering. Why? Because you also will become included in. So even listening becomes the complete sin of backbiting. You are included in that sin of backbiting if you're listening to it. Where's that fast gone then? Where's your fast? There is no fast. Yes, you're just walking around hungry and thirsty. No fast. It's gone. So many things your ears will listen to during the day. One phone, if you make a phone call to Pakistan, Karachi. Today if I phone my cousin, my Mammu Chacha in Pakistan, Karachi, he'll give me 1,000 stories in 5 minutes. This happened to him, that happened, he said this, she did this, he said this. In 1 minute, all the stories, thousands inside you, thoughts and stories in 5 minutes through your phone. And that's happening in that country, and he's telling you, hey, whilst you're in this country, is this the case or not? Tell me. Control your ears and what you're listening to. If you want to become a muttaqi, lock your ears. Lock your ears. Third thing. Why am I standing to people? Why am I talking? What's your pain? Okay, you're traveling. People stand, how are you? Ki ala, are you fine? What's happening? What's going on? Astaghfirullah. Say, you talk about a sin that I listen to. You want me to do? Don't we do this? We're saying that to them. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, are you tik-tak, kif al-hal? Yes, fine. That's it. End of story. Is there any necessity after that? You want to talk to me? Tell me, how are you? What's happening? What's going on there? What's happening there? What's the gossip? What's the latest? In other words, you're telling me, tell me something so I can go into sin. You're inviting the sin. Say subhanallah. Namaz, you just prayed nicely. Pray salah, you won't even leave them and say, how are you? Ki halek? What's going on? What's the latest? And the salah, it's not finished here, our salah, when we just finish the postures. Is this where it finishes? Ya ki halek, what's going on? How are you? And mashallah, then you'll take the complainer. He did this, look at that person. With a hint, he's hinting. Someone in the masjid. Even through hinting, that when you're mocking someone, that's also included in the backbiting. So my brother's kept a fast, and he's prayed tarawih. And he's prayed tarawih and lived in the masjid. But then look at the actions he's doing after that. Yes, he's doing hints and gestures, and he's sinning through the gestures. Am I right or wrong? Stop that. What need? Wasteful talk or gestures. Say salam alaikum wa alaikum, do dua. That's it. So eyes control them. What's the method? The Quran has told us that your gaze, lower your gaze. Control your eyesight. If it's hard for you to lower your gaze, then keep the handkerchief over my forehead and eyes so I can't see anybody. Yes, this rumal, someone asked me, why do I wear this scarf? I keep this scarf, it's a secret, so my face and my eyes, I can hide it, so I can walk and leave here without seeing anyone, so when nobody can grab me and I don't do any wrong. Understand what I'm saying? That's why I wear that scarf. So we have to try and make effort, my brothers.